All right, welcome back, guys. Um, it has been a minute since I've done a video, but I thought that I'd get back into YouTube a little bit because I feel like, I don't know, long format videos is just easier to explain what's going on. So I decided to just take the camera today and tell you guys a little bit what's been going on in our little life. So, as you guys can see, I did a full cutting on Roblox's tank. So I cut all the potons. Some of the potons are actually climbing now. And this thing right here, I don't even know what this is. It's growing so big. So I did a little bit of cuttings here. I did some cuttings on the roots. And as you guys can see, I changed the layout of his tank. So there's a reason for that. Some of you guys probably know, but Baby John Pork is coming soon. And he's not going to be in this tank just yet, just because we're going to need to quarantine him first. But Baby John Pork will be in this tank over here for now. So we're cycling the tank right now. And this is the UNS-30A. And I put the lid of the Fluval tank, so the beta tank. This is actually from Fluval. And this light is from Fluval, as well as the heater right over here. I love this heater. But yeah, he's going to be in this tank for now. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool to see what color he gets to. Again, pufferfish, they do change color based on their environment. And the more comfortable they get, the more vivid red or orange, whatever you want to call, they'll get. So if your pufferfish is not like very brightful color, there's a problem. So like this little guy, he's usually turns very orange / red. And when he's angry, he looks a little bit more white, pink. So right now he's happy. He's just chilling. But I'll tell you guys a little bit of the game plan here. So eventually, once Baby John Pork gets a little bit bigger, I contacted a brand. And I guess that was kind of my first mistake, the first time I divided this tank. And the mistake I did was I had bought a divider on Amazon. And because my tank is so big, like it's 22 by 22 by 35.6 inch length, the divider was also transparent. That was another mistake. So what I had done is I had glued rock on the divider. But the problem is when you do that and you do water change, the divider tends to want to tilt and fall over because the rock are just too heavy. The other problem with that is that because it's transparent, I wasn't able to glue the rock like very tight together, so the fish would still be able to see each other, which would cause aggression. So then I decided to put these PVC pipes on the divider. And that helped to some degree, but you could still see in the cracks. So when I had Oz and I had Spud, Oz would constantly attack the grid. Meanwhile, Spud would just chill and mind his own business, but it's still not good for the fish because they're highly stressed, right? So then I decided, okay, well, you know what? Let's just sell Oz. And yeah, that's kind of just how I got back to having an open tank. But now that I have, I'll show you guys real quick. Now that I have this, which is 2 canister filter, which I worked really, really hard to get to this. Now that means the water is cycling, as you guys could see, in a circle, right? Because you have the outflow in, outflow in. So the tank is constantly going in circle like this. So this is really good water flow. So what happens is now if I put a divider in between the two, I technically I don't need a divider that needs holes in it because I have a canister filter on this side and I have a canister filter on this side. So the water will still be cycling in circle, and you don't need the the holes because it's technically like having two tanks, right? So it just makes everything just more simple, and I don't have to worry about them seeing each other anymore. But I guess the tricky part was I needed to find a divider that had no holes. So I found this company. And if you guys are wondering which company, you guys can message in the chat or leave a comment. And I found this company that made custom lids. But to make custom lids the way you want it, those are tricky sometimes because some custom lid companies, they only make certain dimension. And because again, my tank is so tall and so wide, it's hard to do that. So at first I had messaged my friend who had a 3D printer, and I said, hey, could you make, basically a divider for me? And he did. But the problem was that the plastic that he used, it made everything float up. And I didn't want to take the risk that, we would put a weight on the divider, because eventually what could happen is that my wave maker could push the divider, and then one day this thing floats up, and then both fish will, and one of them will end up dead because they're very, very territorial. So this company I messaged, I asked them, hey, would you guys be able to do these dimensions? And they said yes, like, of course. And then I asked, hey, since you guys are, the experts, are you guys able to not put any holes in it? And a lot of people would put holes just because, again, they don't have the type of system that I have. And he goes, yes, I can put no holes for you. Is there anything else I can do, sir? And then I asked, well, could I get a divider that's black, like where the fish wouldn't be able to see each other? And he says, absolutely. So I was like, whoa, holy, like first time I actually get something I want. So he did it, and I got very lucky, and they accidentally sent me two of them. So they sent me one that was transparent and they sent me one that was black. So I'll get two of them. At first, what I'll do is I will put transparent first, because potato pufferfish, they are territorial when it comes to their own area. So I'm wondering if I have it transparent, I wonder if they will attack the grid. I don't know. At the end of the day, Congo potato pufferfish, I've had other fish with them, right? They won't attack unless the fish gets very near them, okay? Because again, they're very, very territorial. So if a fish were to swim really close to it, he would attack. So I'm thinking, well, if the potato pufferfish is always sleeping in the sand, it could work just having transparent to start. It will only become a problem once, let's say, they're swimming around and then you see them constantly going at it on the grid. So then I would put the black divider, okay? So that's kind of the vision, that's kind of the plan. But I'm very thankful for that company that are able to do this for me. Just because, again, it is a stress. It is a stress to have a divider in a tank. But this time I'm very confident with the approach. And also, I just want to show you guys, look how tall this Anubias plant is. This is about 20-inch tall. And this was tiny before, and it just grew like crazy. And there's still some new growths. You guys can see the leaves that are a little bit more pale. Those are new growth. And there's actually a new plant growing at the bottom over here. There's a new plant growing there. And as you guys can see, I put some more red tiger lotus. So these will all grow out really, really nicely. And I actually really like the setup here. I like just this, I don't know, minimalistic look. It's clean. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like this because he usually doesn't hang out on top of the leaves anyways. Eventually what I would want is having basically just red tiger lotus on his side because he likes the lotus, and then have this for baby John pork, aka POTUS. That's kind of the name I'm going for. POTUS or kimchi, I don't know, we'll see. You guys decide. But yeah, we'll see. I really like this look though. I really like just this clean, minimalistic look. This is also spiderwood. But yeah, it's cool. I like it. UNS is also sending us aqua soil, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to utilize the aqua soil in the back. I would like to use aqua soil to plant the lotus eventually. But you got to keep in mind, these potato pufferfish, they bury in sand. So there still needs to be sand in the tank. And then also UNS is sending us Moroccan sand, which will be red sand. So I'm going to do half of the tank of red sand and then half of the tank in black sand. I could mix the sand, but I think having red and black will just make it a lot sharper, just to differentiate their houses. And then the other thing we're getting is CO2. We're going to be getting CO2, which this tank over here will be decorated. I'm going to have, I think, rhinostone in here, and I think we're going to have dwarf hairgrass. So I'm very excited for this new chapter and just kind of this, I don't know, it'll be a different dynamic to the Puffer brother. And don't get me wrong, we had a really, really solid first half of the year, and now we're going into August. And I'm just really, really excited to finish off the year strong with you guys and just keep growing the community and yeah, see where kind of the future takes us. So that's it for me for today. I just want to come on and just say hi, and maybe in the next video you guys will see baby John Pork. So stay tuned, and we'll be making some more videos on just aquarium plants in general. We've been getting a lot of questions again about just how to grow plants. I think me and Tyler, we kind of have the formula down now with just our experience. And yeah, just more exciting videos coming on the YouTube channel. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.